20 hoes in the body bag. I'm already on 20. Oh God, I might like a good toe. That's all I make it pop. I been there, I'm licking at y'all hoes. I'm licking at y'all hoes. Them hoes are making posts while we in jail. Why they ain't go to jail? Cause they told. That's what I'm saying, they told. The people who told don't go to jail. Oh yeah, they Ellen Sway, that Consuela. Crazy. Y'all snitching crazy. That snitching ain't get y'all nowhere. Then y'all deleted like we can't put it out the cloud. We got so many pools, we got pools. Man, after this, I'm not arguing with y'all hoes. I'm not doing none of that with y'all hoes. I earned my stripes out here. I'm not finna. Man, look, let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me fix my bunny. You feel me? Man, y'all can't even get no response from me no more. I done earned my 3 stripes. 3 of them hoes I'm at. No, y'all. Bitch, we Adidas. What I'm saying. Adidas. Tell Free Braids. Tell Adidas, man. Come give us our stripes, man. What I'm saying. Free Braids.
Okay. Let me get into the possible explanation as to why you hearing, because these broads are indistinguishable from a couple of dudes. I mean, you go to the corner up in Detroit, Baltimore, Alabama, Birmingham, Atlanta, really, you know, Jackson, Atlanta, North Charleston, Savannah, GA, you can easily find you some females talking like this. You know, Shreveport, Port Arthur, Texas, Opelousas, Louisiana. You know, this is pretty much the lingo of that particular region. The old Chitlin circuit. You know, the ghetto area, the super ghetto area of the old Chitlin circuit. But how do you get this much masculine energy? Because you got to think to yourself, you're a woman. You got a vajayjay between your legs. What exactly are you doing? I mean, I don't want to reduce a woman down to her vajayjay, but what are you doing? Like, there's an image you want to present. What type of dudes fool around with women like this? And these chicks ain't even 20, 21 years old. And yet they're bold enough. They done already got their daddy killed. And see, I'm going to straight up tell you, the life of black people means nothing. Because as long as you keeping up a bunch of dysfunctional, crazy shit with black people, this criminal justice system will just let you run loose. I mean, it wasn't even a year ago. These girls were over the bodies of their dad. Well, just a little over a year ago. Got their dad killed over some unemployment check shit. Over a ratchet ass unemployment check. I'm talking about like $500-$600 or something. And now they out here just busting how they didn't go to jail pertaining to the situation with their dad. And now they out here busting, so they just emboldened. Eventually, they'll put a couple of bullets in somebody. But it's like this. Just listen to that masculine energy. But there's something else that I want to... Look. It's so much stuff that got to be done, man. And black people is just behind the curve. I was reading somewhere where they were circumcising boys, and they gonna start a 5 to 6 inch dick minimum. You heard me? And they know how to keep the male dick in the range of 5 to 6 inches through circumcision. So if black people don't, and they might be doing this already, so if black people don't start circumcising their very own kids, you could have some, because these women, I'm just sitting up thinking to myself, and, you know, excuse me for being a so-called toxic Western man, but these women need to be dicked down. Like, if you were somewhere getting some good dick, at least 2 times a day, not even every day, like every 3 or 4 days, just some good dick, every 3 or 4 days, you would be sitting down. Like, these look like some women who ain't getting pounded at all. Like, just not getting drilled at all. Like, y'all just fighting, you know, just fighting and rolling all over the ground with each other and fighting with other women. These ain't even girls, man. And you know, you can file this under the daughters of SYSBM, because they a couple of little, even though they ugly as a mother, because I could just look and see they ugly ass daddy, you know, just just looking at both of them, you can just look and see they ugly ass motherfucking daddy. Bitch ain't nothing but light skin, you know, a couple of light skinned niggas with holes between their legs. That's it. And that's what a black dude got, possibly with some native or white woman. Or maybe they got a native dad, a Native American dad or granddad or something like that. But anyway, these bros are trash, and I'm gonna straight up tell you, man, they got an operation going on. Cause you got that dude in New York who was supposed to go to jail for pushing that woman out of a window. And this dude is roaming the streets, and now they're gonna use this killing, this beating that he put on this Asian woman as propaganda. And then you got 7 or 8 hate crimes a day. You got to keep in mind, it's 2,000 plus hate crimes a year filed by black people, and you don't hear nothing about it. But then one black person commits and it ain't even a hate crime, it's really just a random ass crime with a crazy ass dude commits a crime against this Asian, and they air it all over the place and try to propagandize it as hate crimes. And it's really a failure of the criminal justice system, just like you have here. These bras was supposed to been in jail, but they got them out there, and see, they know. See, the system knows, man. I can make this video forever. Lil Nas X, Cardi B, she wakes up every other morning with her Twitter account. Good morning, my little slutties. Are we going to suck some dick today? You know, you got all type of children just sitting up there just following Cardi B, you know, with all that type of shit up. You know, all that shit is on. You know, I love being a big, fat, nasty pussy hoe. Just go out and make your pussy a little bit more nasty today, girls. You know, this is what you have been pushed by the corporatocracy. And see, the corporate system is interconnected with the legal system. See, they know. See, it's like this. These chicks got a big following, but they dysfunctional and retarded. They actually got $500,000 once upon a time. Well, not once upon a time. They actually got $500,000. And one of them spent all of it and didn't even share it with the other one. They got into a whole bunch of fights, and they still do get into fights. But see, here's the thing about them. If they had any sense, with $500,000, you can start a business. You can start a few businesses. If not anything, buy an 18-wheeler truck and put you a couple of motherfuckers on the road. Bam. That's $1 million. That's $1 million, a damn near $1 million business right there. And you ain't even got to invest the whole $500,000. Open up some laundromats or shit. Get a club or catering business started. Open up a ghetto cell phone shop. You know what I'm saying? Offer people, you know, low-cost cell phone service. You can do that. You know, it's people doing it. But they squandered, you know, one of them squandered $500,000. Like it ain't nothing. So the system realized they're dysfunctional and stupid. But they realize also that, see, when it comes to people who got hundreds now at this point, and see, this is just how fucked up, this is how beyond fucked up society is. These chicks had about 100,000 followers at the time at which they got their father killed in the middle of their dysfunctional bullshit. They had about 100 million followers on TikTok. They had some dysfunctional shit going on. Their dad jumped in the middle of it. He ended up being murdered. She on TikTok yelling and screaming, what you did, man? All this fucked up. And then in the back of the police car, when they thought they was finna go to jail, one of them pretty much broke out into a little 5-year-old cry. I was trying to just talk to him, and he wasn't trying to. I mean, this is literally how she was sitting up there doing when they really thought they was finna go to jail. I'm talking about completely broke down like Lil Roscoe on Martin. Just broke all the way down. Just booger snots and everywhere. But the system let them slide. And it was somebody else, allegedly, who fired the shot. But they was out there in the middle of all of it. With a bunch of bull jive going on. Dad is dead. A little bit over a year later, here they go again. Shooting, busting, and then recorded. And see, the point that I'm making is that the system, see, this is what I be screaming about. See, people don't know how to understand the deeper part of how the system works. See, they got clout, and that's how popularity works. See, you don't need nothing but a couple of million followers on damn IG or Twitter or some damn where, and you in the money. If you got 2 million followers on Twitter, I'm going to need 5% of y'all to send me $1. Like, for real, cash at me $1. Is it really going to hurt you? What's 5% of 2 million people? That's in case you're retarded, that's $100,000 a month. From a bunch of from 5% of my 2 million people sending me $1. You straight. You start businesses, buy land, cars, whatever. 50 racks a piece. Since it's 2 of them. But they dumb. And see, if you got clout, you can furthermore sell yourself. You can advertise shit. That's what people be talking about. I'm a brand producer or, a brand promoter. That's just another way of saying I advertise shit. I got a big following by being a comedian or having a big booty or whatever. If you know how to juggle Cheetos, juggle some fruit cocktail cans while, clapping your butt cheeks or something, and 3 million people follow you doing that, a bunch of eyes are on you. That's how advertisement works. Advertisement starts putting all type of stuff around you. It's really about you, but at the same time, now that you got attention, they can advertise with you. That's how you make money, and they got to pay you money for that. You ain't just doing it for free. And see, they're stupid. You got 2 million followers, but you only know how to do dumb shit. And then the system sits up and lets them do the dumb shit. And doesn't say nothing to them. Nothing at all. Just completely off the hook. That's completely abnormal. Same thing with Cardi B. Just connect the dots. I drug niggas. I put drag queens in the bed with niggas. And when they be drunk and let them drag queens sleep with the niggas. Just sitting up there completely confessing blatant, wide open felonies right in your face. And what that does is that it encourages and see, this is a tactic that they done forever. It's the same thing. You can rewind the clock 20, 30 years. It's the same thing. Same tactic. Sit up there and pay a black person to advocate an illegal lifestyle. And the very second that the average person without 2 million followers on TikTok who ain't got a boyfriend named Offset, the very second your ass get out there and get the busting shots, that's it. You in the courtroom with your hair hat mama with her bell pepper nose sitting up there looking crazy. That's it. If she ain't got 200,000 racks, you ain't getting out of jail. And your mama finna be somewhere getting some dick while your ass is sitting behind bars. Getting some of this new age white boy circumcised dick that I'm scared of telling you they minimize it. And this is how sick the world is. They done just put out a whole virus and then just got rid of it overnight. You don't even hear about it no more. Gone, done, finished. Everybody come take a shot. You don't think they'll get down between the legs of black boys? You crazy. You out of your mind if you don't think they will. You're totally insane. You are delusional. And that's the point that I was making. Not on no gay shit, but we got to start circumcising our own kids. You got to start. It has to start in the churches. It has to start in the black medical community. You got to. Because these chicks are not being pounded. And it may sound funny, but you're going to get more masculine ass girls like this because you can't be getting bust open. Somebody need to bend both of these chicks over and just beat them half to death. Just beat the bottom. Just beat the bottom out their stomach. They need to be emasculated. Anyways, let me not carry this video on forever, man. This your man Shadow Man. More videos to come about.